All right, good morning, everyone. It's about 10 o'clock, so we're going to get started for another Outdoor Adventure Marketing webinar. Today we're going to be talking about how to turbocharge your Instagram to maximize your exposure and engagement. It's going to take about 20 minutes or so and have some questions and answers at the end. Outdoor Adventure Marketing is a lead generation agency for outdoor adventure companies. We started in 2009. We are located in Tempe, Arizona. We have 12 full-time in-house staff, and they're all dedicated to driving prospects to your event or tour business through a proven method for tour-related lead generation. Typically right now you're hearing owner Adam Arkfeld. He's out in Utah riding ATVs and doing some rafting a little bit. And so you're hearing me. I'm Dustin Hoyman. I'm the Director of Business Growth. You may have seen me email you a couple of times, or maybe I've talked to you before. I joined the company in 2014. I've had 14 years of marketing experience in my background. I am a craft beer enthusiast, and I've got the beard cred to prove it. So check out that beard right there. Pretty proud of it. So today we're talking about Instagram. And a lot of people know that they have to participate on Instagram, or they've heard that they need to. And so I want to talk about what is the true purpose of Instagram. So a lot of times when you're on it, you're like maybe posting, you're a little bit unclear what your goal is. So what's the true purpose? Well, there are 700 million users currently on Instagram. That's all over the world. People are really active on it. People are really engaged. And it's one of the biggest social media platforms. And as you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And something like Instagram gives you an opportunity, being a picture-forward platform, to show a little bit more about your company. For example, if you are a kid-friendly tour and you want to show or tell somebody that you are a kid-friendly tour, there's one thing to put on your website that you accept kids. It's another thing to show what an experience is for a child. Like this picture over here, you see these kids are having a great time. They're making memories. That's so much more powerful than just saying it. You can also promote details of your company through the pictures that you have. For example, like the kids here is something that they're having a great time. They have some red rocks. There's some beautiful scenery there. And it's a way that you can talk about the different aspects of your tour, whether it's a tour where there's waterfalls involved, or if you have a zip line over a lake. It's a way to give a bigger experience for the details of your tour and your company. You can also showcase that your super fun tours and your customers that are part of there as a way of social proof to stand out from the competition. So when people are browsing, maybe they're looking at seeing what to do, they check out your Instagram page and say, man, this tour looks great, but look at all these people that are having so much fun. Look at the memories being made. Look at the connection that the tour guides are having with everyone on their tour. It's a way to visually show what's happening, and a way that shows, if somebody's considering what's going on, if you have a really active social media account with Instagram, that's social proof that the tour that you have is really good. They're going to have fun. It makes them feel comfortable in choosing to go with your tour. But sometimes Instagram can be a hassle. Maybe you're a little too busy to manage the account, or you're not technically savvy and a little bit nervous of the platform, or maybe you just don't know what to post. People have told you that you need to post some things, and you're just a little unfamiliar with the platform to know what content should be up there. Or you're an ATV tour across the sand dunes, and you're afraid of posting the same thing over and over and over again. Because to you see the tour every day. It seems to be the same. So maybe that might be roadblocking you from that. Or maybe you're just wondering, who's going to take the photos of the videos? I'm in the office all day as the owner. Maybe you don't have time to go out and take videos. Who's going to be the one that actually does that? Also, maybe you are doing some things, posting some videos, posting some photos, and you just don't have very many followers and you don't feel good about it. So maybe you're posting, you're managing the platform, and seemingly there's no impact. You've got maybe just 2 or 3 likes on pictures, or maybe you only have a couple hundred followers or a couple dozen followers, and so you feel that your page looks unpopular, or just don't feel good about what's going on there. And part of that problem is millennials who are researching you can't find you because you don't have enough activity on your page. So what do? Well, first step is you need to set up your business profile. This is really easy. You go to your settings, you click a single button that says set up your business profile. What this does is you can show your contact information. You fill out a profile such as call, email, and directions. So if somebody does find you and they are interested in taking a tour from you, they have an easy way to contact you and book a tour. So they can click a button and it calls you right away. They click an email, it'll open their email app, or you can get directions if maybe they're searching for you. It's really simple, really quick, and is vital to helping someone actually find you as a tour. You also, as a business profile, have access to analytics. This allows you to see over time how many followers you have, whether you're going up or down in your metrics, You can see how many impressions you've had over certain time frames. You can see the days of the week that are more likely to have high impressions. You can also see a little bit of demographical information about where your followers are coming from, percentages of men and women. You can also filter through your different posts and see which ones are getting the most engagement, which ones get the most impressions, which ones see the most users, and filter different time frames and find what posts are the most effective and use that information to educate what you should be posting in the future. It's a really powerful way to use metrics to discover what is going to be effective moving forward. So the one thing you probably heard is you need to create engaging content. So this is the biggest thing about any social media platform is the content. You want to provide value to the users that are there. So one of the things that you can really do is engage your tour guides to take pictures and videos. And so a lot of times people look at these sort of things and say, who's going to take the pictures is you have people that are out there that are engaging with your tours, and you want them to be involved. They're interacting with your customers. They are out there having fun with everybody. But one of the things you want to do is make sure that you're concerned with safety. So don't worry about maybe stopping and taking a posed picture. Here's a tour guide right here. He's taking a picture of a team that's behind him, and it looks great. Everyone's smiling, having a good time. And that's a really good way to get some content out there. And find some different angles for your posts. Here we have an ATV tour that's in Sedona, or I'm sorry, a Jeep tour that's in Sedona. And they have a lot of Jeeps, and they're taking them from different angles. This shows, this is around the 4th of July here. This shows they're on different rocks. And to you, it might be the same Jeep a couple times, but to the rest of the people that are looking at your profile, they're seeing different situations and different elements that are really exciting for their tour. It's something that's really cool, really great, and it's a way to provide fresh, engaging content from week to week that is really cool. And then another thing you can do is also, tag your own customers in your pictures. So let's say you take a picture of somebody on a tour, is you can ask the people if they have Instagram and they say yes. Ask if you can tag them. And of course they'll say yes because they want to see the picture when it's posted as well. And they can then show their friends the kind of fun that they had over the weekend with the tour. And so you can tag the writers in the posts. And then once you have that, you can follow them. You can like and interact with them on Instagram and create a deeper connection between you and that customer. And then also, you've probably seen on all your tours, people are taking out their phones and taking pictures, and they are probably posting that on Instagram as well. You can ask those writers to tag your company in their posts. It's a really easy way to get a little bit of engagement. Also, to expand your network of people who might discover your company, is those people's friends are going to look at the post and see your tag on that image. And all you have to do is say, hey, I want to see that picture. When you post it, can you tag me? And then tell them the tag. It's a really easy way to again, create a deeper connection. Also, maybe you don't want to keep posting pictures of your equipment all the time. You can also post related content, invoke feelings with scenery and nature. So an example is this picture down here. It's a little bit small, but this doesn't actually have a Jeep in it. This is a Jeep tour that isn't promoting the Jeep. It's actually promoting the scenery and the feeling you get when you're out and about in Sedona. Sedona is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and people who are traveling, maybe they're from New York City or maybe they're from San Francisco, they're used to the city life, and they're coming to Sedona because they want to escape. They want to be in that beautiful nature, and this is a way to invoke that feeling that they're going to get. And another really fun way to get people to know you a little bit and get people to trust you on Instagram is post behind the scenes company culture. So maybe the team is out and about on a fishing trip and you just want to get people to know them, get to know the tour guides. Maybe the tour guides are real wacky type of guys and really adventurous. You can show them behind the scenes, and that makes future prospects feel comfortable with you that you are going to be taken care of, and here's the personality they're going to get. And it makes a deeper connection with those people. So how do you get followers? Once you actually get all of this engaging content put up, how do you actually get followers? First step is be social. You want to interact with different people, different Instagram accounts, whether they're prospects, customers, or even other people in the area. You can use hashtags and location features. You can add stories and go live. But most importantly, be consistent in what you do. So let's dig into this a little bit more. So how to use hashtags. Hashtags are one of the more powerful ways and easy ways to connect with other people that are very similar. So you can use hashtag terms that are popular or relevant to users. So if you have a zipline ride, you can do hashtag zipline. And when you click on that hashtag, it'll open up a page with all of the other related posts related to ziplining. So if someone was considering a zipline tour in Hawaii and they wanted to check out what was the experience like, or what is it like, maybe they're a little bit nervous, they want to make sure that everything's going to be really fun, they can check out ziplining and see a bunch of different posts that are on there. Another thing is if a user is checking out the zipline posts, so you see here, your company, if you tag Zipline as a hashtag on there, you'll appear in this area as well. So there's a couple of videos of a couple of companies that offer these rides. And it's a way for you to gain exposure in that market. So you can do hashtag Zipline, hashtag ATV, whatever the relevant keywords are for your adventure. One thing that you do is when you start typing in a hashtag, a list of suggested hashtags will appear, and they'll show you the number of posts that are associated with that. So right here you can see hashtag Zipline has just over 636,000 posts. So as you're typing in that keyword, a list of suggestions will pop up, and it'll show you how many posts are there and give you an idea of what is popular. Of course, the more popular, the more relevant. And on your post, don't be afraid to use several different hashtags, such as if you were an ATV tour, you could do hashtag ATV, hashtag ATV tour, hashtag sand dunes. As you type in the different ideas of things that are related to that image, pick the ones that are going to be something that you think that people might be interested in searching. So if somebody just wants to see pictures of sand dunes, maybe they're thinking about doing a sand rail ride, or if they're doing an ATV tour on the dunes, if they click on hashtag sand dunes, they're going to see a list of pictures of all different types of things that are happening. And your image might pop up there, and they might find you from that way. Now, one thing that a lot of millennials do these days is try to do really clever hashtags. And there's really hashtag no value in clever hashtags. You want to use hashtags that are going to be discovered by other people and might be used organically by other people. So for example, here's Zipline's PC. They do a great job. This is a great employee engagement post showing their culture. It shows a little glimpse of where all the staff comes from on this little post. They use hashtag come store with us. They might use that so they can see all of their posts, but that's something that another user might not necessarily post themselves. So it's really great for them to tie all of their content together, but it's not something where somebody was going to naturally, organically click on that and maybe discover this company organically. So try to use hashtags that are organic to what you're doing and related to the content. Also, you may have seen live stories and just stories in general for discovery. This is a really powerful way and a new feature on Instagram to really be uncovered in situations, like when people are in the Engage tab in Instagram. So you can upload really quick stories that are just quick peeks of the day, and those stories only last for about 24 hours on that post. So throughout the day, just post, you're getting ready for the morning. Maybe there is a hot air balloon tour that's about to take off. It's the sunrise coming up. The balloons are orange with the fire that's going on. You can post that on your story and be really organic in it. This is a quick peek into your day. This isn't a way to show the world's best picture. It's just like a quick little peek of here's what's going on. So you post those pictures, and people can interact with that. But then you can also tag a location to appear in your local stories. So we are in the Phoenix area. And when I open up my tab for Explore, I see a lot of stories that are around the Phoenix area. So if you tag Phoenix or Sedona, or let's say you're in Bryce Canyon, you can tag Bryce Canyon in your story, and then you might show up in this curated Bryce Canyon section. So me being in Phoenix, automatically Phoenix shows up. So this is going to show up to wherever the user is at. And Instagram takes all of these tags and curates what content is going to be there. You can also go live. So like the example with the hot air balloons taking off in the morning or getting ready for the morning, you can actually go live. Click on this little camera icon, click the live button, and it will broadcast and notify all of your followers that you are now live. So if they're on their phone, they'll get a notification pop up that says, hey, this hot air balloon tour is now live. They can click on it and see what's happening exactly right then and there in that moment. It's a really great way to see what's happening from a point of view of the person that's on the phone. And again, Instagram curates that content into a live section that's here, and it's a way for people to discover you when they might not normally. Also, as the more that you participate in this Explore tab, the different likes that you have and the different follows that you have will end up appearing in individual users themselves in this Explore tab. So as you interact, as you post more stories, as you post more consistently, you'll start appearing in other users' Explore tabs as a way to just really uncover what's happening around them and things that they like. And so if they're maybe in Hawaii looking for adventures to do, then they might open that Explore tab and discover your company when they weren't even looking for you. So it's a pretty great way to find some exposure. And finally, you can advertise and retarget on Instagram. So if users have seen your website or they've liked your Facebook page or Instagram page, you can retarget with paid media on that page. You can do it through the Facebook Business Manager, or if you have a post that's doing really well, you can click the Promote button and boost it to your followers. So it's a good way to just get out there to find a new audience from a paid media standpoint. This is something that is really powerful, especially for retargeting. So if you have an active campaign going on, people are looking at your website, and you don't want those prospects to forget about you, you could retarget them on Instagram and get them to book right there. So summing it up, using Instagram the right way turbocharges your exposure and your engagement. So there's 3 important takeaways. You want to be consistent with engaging content. You want to make sure that you're posting consistently. You don't want to go dark for a couple of months because then you fall out of people's feeds and it's a little bit difficult to show back again. You also want to be social. Tag the people that are at your tours. Ask them to tag you, like their posts, like other people's posts. If you are really active in a certain area, let's say Sedona, like the Jeep tour that we looked at, you can see other people that are in the area. Maybe there's a hiking tour. You can interact with them, follow those people, like their posts, comment on their posts. Be really social. This is social media after all, so you want to be social and make sure that you're participating in that community. And then use exposure tactics, like the hashtags, location tagging, adding to your story, going live. All of these things combine as a way for people to discover who you are and what you do. So again, how you make sure your content is engaging. Gain followers using features like hashtags and geotags, those are location tagging. And then also you can view the metrics to see what works and what doesn't. So if you find some things that you do a few times just don't get the engagement that you were hoping, and some things you do post get more engagement, do things that are more like the ones that do get more engagement. It's just a way to use the data to educate what you should do in the future and make things easier on you moving forward. So coming up next week, we have Adam. He's going to be back. We're going to do why Facebook ads are challenging, part 1. So some people may have tried ads on Facebook and they just didn't really accomplish what they wanted to, so we're going to discuss that a little bit more. And again, we're outdoor adventure marketing. We specialize in lead generation for outdoor adventure companies. So ATV tours, snowmobiling, zip lining, kayaking, all the things in the outdoor adventure market. You can contact us if you'd like to learn more about our services. But before we wrap it up, let's have some questions. So I've got a couple of different questions that we got from offline here that I'll go through. How are Instagram stories different from Snapchat? Of course, everyone knows about Snapchat, and it's pretty big in the popular culture right now. And Instagram stories are very similar to Snapchat stories in that they are ephemeral stories that appear for just about 24 hours, and then they go away forever. You can save them, of course, to your phone, but they're not public anymore. The idea of Instagram is that people can naturally and organically discover you on Instagram. Snapchat, you have to be following a user. There's no way to accidentally bump into a user. With Instagram, they curate a lot of the different content. If you make your post public, they curate that content and allow you to view stories for people you don't follow. There's a big difference between the two. Snapchat's really great for people when you have a connection already. Instagram is good for a public exposure. Also, you've seen Facebook posts that say from Instagram. How does that work? So Facebook actually owns Instagram, and there is a feature in Instagram when you post that you can post to your Facebook page as well. So it's a little toggle switch, and you click that Facebook toggle switch, and when you post on Instagram, it'll automatically post on both networks. So it'll appear on your Instagram channel as well as your Facebook channel. Oh, here's a big one. Hashtags take forever and my guides probably won't use them. Is there a way to add them faster? That is a really, really great question. One of the things that I do for our company in posting on Instagram is I have a list of hashtags that I use. I save them in my notes on my phone, and that way I can go to them, copy and paste them right into the post, and so I don't have to type them in every single time, and I don't have to think about what I need to add. Another way is there are several apps available to help you get hashtag ideas. One of them is called TagBeast on iOS for iPhones, and what you can do is you open that app. It'll give you a list of categories. So if there's things like adventure, there's things like fashion, and what you do is you click on the category you're in, and it will give you a list of hashtag ideas. So it might be everything from travel to adventure to there's like food tags that might be in there, but it'll give you a list of ideas that you can just click a button. It'll copy them all for you, and you can paste them right into your posts, and then you're good to go. And I think that's all the questions we have today. We are right at about 20 minutes. So thank you so much for joining. Once again, I'm Dustin from Outdoor Adventure Marketing. Check out our next webinar next week. It's going to be Tuesday at 10 a.m. going over why Facebook ads are challenging and how to overcome them. If you have any other questions, give me a call, send me an email, and thanks so much. Bye.